Good day, everyone. Chapter 16 focuses on application controls and maintenance, which are essential in ensuring that information systems remain accurate, secure, and reliable even after implementation. So, yung mga systems na most vulnerable ay hindi lamang siya during development but also during actual use and maintenance, kung saan yung mga changes and user interactions nag-introduce ng various risk. So, dito sa application risk, pwede siyang i-group into three main categories. And ang number one natin is yung security risk, which include weak security controls, unauthorized access, and misuse by authorized users. So kahit na yung mga users ay properly authorized, pwede pa rin nilang ma-misuse yung system either intentionally or unintentionally, na nag-result yun syempre sa compromise of data integrity. And then the second one, data and processing risk, which involve inaccurate or falsified input, incomplete or duplicate processing, and delays in processing. Itong mga risk naman na to directly affect yung reliability ng system outputs, which may lead to poor decision making. And then third one is support and maintenance risk, which include communication failures, inadequate testing, insufficient training, and lack of documentation. And ito naman ay often nag-occur after system implementation and can gradually degrade the system performance if hindi siya properly managed. Another important area here is the end user computing or EUC. This refers to systems developed or managed by end users such as mga spreadsheet. And ito, nag-introduce naman siya ng mga risk kagaya ng inefficient or redundant systems, weak segregation of duties, unauthorized access, and exposure to malware. And also, pag kulang yung backup and recovery procedures, syempre mag-resulta din yun sa data loss. And there are also legal risks such as copyright violations or software piracy. And sa perspective ng audit, risky ito kasi it often operates outside formal IT controls, making it harder to monitor and regulate. Another one is the electronic data interchange or EDI, which involves automated exchange of data between organizations. So, ito naman, nai-improve niya yung efficiency, pero nag-introduce naman siya ng mga risk kagaya ng loss of confidentiality, increased exposure to fraud, and loss of transaction records or audit trails. So, yung mga errors dun sa communication or processing, pwedeng mangyari din. And yung mga organizations, nagiging dependent sila sa third parties. So kapag nagkaroon ng failure sa mga external systems, ay madidisrupt yung business operations. At para naman ma-address itong mga risk, yung organizations kailangan silang mag-implement ng application controls. So ano ba to? Application controls, ito yung mga designed para i-ensure yung accuracy and completeness as well as validity ng mga transactions. And itong mga controls na to yung nag-ooperate all throughout the system and include input, processing, and output controls along with proper documentation and lifecycle management. So, yung primary risk na na-address ng application controls ay system-wide data corruption or unauthorized output distribution, which can affect the entire organization. First, mga input controls. Ito naman yung nag-serve as primary defense against data-related risk. So, itong mga input controls, ina-ensure na yung mga data na ina-enter doon sa system ay accurate, complete, valid, and timely. So, these controls prevent invalid transactions or incorrect data from entering the system. Halimbawa, yung mga validation checks, mga required fields, and authorization controls, nakakatulong yun para ma-ensure na valid data lamang yung mapaprocess. At kapag walang strong input controls, yung mga errors sa entry stage ay patuloy throughout the system kasi pinapasok siya. Next are processing controls. Dito naman, ina-ensure na yung data ay napaprocess correctly during the system operations. So, these controls ensures that no data is lost, duplicated, or altered improperly. They also involve monitoring scheduled jobs and reviewing system changes to ensure they are authorized. So, ang important risk na naka-highlight dito ay yung mga unauthorized programs such as SQL scripts, which can bypass application controls and directly modify the database. Meaning, yung auditors dapat hindi lang siya nakarely dun sa system outputs, but also kailangan ding i-evaluate yung underlying code and system logic para ma-detect yung mga hidden risk. And then for output controls, ito naman yung nag-a-ensure na yung mga system outputs ay accurate, properly distributed, and securely handled. Ito ay kasama dito yung mga reconciliation, ensuring results match expected values, control distribution, ensuring only authorized users receive outputs, record retention, maintaining proper documentation, functional and acceptance testing, and management approval. So kapag walang output controls, kahit na accurate yung processing mo, pwede pa rin mag-result sa incorrect or unauthorized use ng information. With the rise of web-based systems, new risks have emerged. Kasama dito yung mga injection attacks, cross-site scripting, broken authentication, insecure direct object references, and cross-site request forgery. Other risks include poor security configuration, weak encryption, and insufficient protection of data during transmission. So itong mga risks na to, na-highlight niya yung need sa isang strong na security control and proper authentication mechanisms as well as secure system configuration. So ano ba yung mga documentation requirements? Unang-una, critical control ang documentation. Proper documentation includes procedures, flowcharts, system layouts, and code comments. It supports system understanding, troubleshooting, and future maintenance. And also in documentation, kailangan din siyang regularly update and kasama dito yung mga recovery plans, service level agreements, training plans, and system inventories. Kasi kapag walang proper documentations, yung mga organizations ay nahaharap sa isang scenario kung saan merong increased risk of errors, system failure, and inefficient maintenance. After ng implementation ng system, hindi siya nananatiling static. Instead, it continuously evolves to correct errors, adapt to changes, and improve performance. And this process is known as application maintenance, which is critical phase because many risks arise after implementation kapag na-modify na yung mga system. First one, corrective maintenance, which basically fixes errors through debugging and emergency fixes. And then the second one is adapted maintenance, which modifies the systems to adapt to changes such as new regulations or new technologies. And then the third one is perfective maintenance, which improves system performance, enhances features, and updates documentation. And while necessary, these changes introduce risk, especially if they are not properly controlled. So, paano ba ma-measure yung mga risk na yun? Para ma-measure siya, kailangan i-evaluate ng auditor yung volume and complexity ng mga changes, yung effectiveness ng change control procedures, tsaka yung impact ng changes doon sa system performance and security. So, yung mga systems mag-undergo siya ng frequent modifications without proper controls, kaya mas vulnerable yung ganong sistema sa mga errors, security breaches, and data inconsistencies. And ano ba yung audit involvement dito sa process na to? Siyempre, yung auditor kailangan niyang i-ensure na yung mga changes ay properly authorized, yung testing ay na-conduct before implementation, yung documentation ay continuously updated and maintained, tapos yung segregation of duties kailangan hindi nawawala, and yung lahat ng mga changes ay traceable for audit purposes, and yung auditors kailangan niyang i-verify na yung mga controls ng company ay nananatiling effective even after system modifications. And that concludes my report on Chapter 16. Thank you.